Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear me now? This has been crazy. I don't know if it's working. We're going to try this. If I fix this, man, I don't know. You know, I told you the cell phone connecting. Okay, can you hear me now? Somebody type in there. Let me see. Oh, you guys, forgive me.
BigEAstrology, I am coming back. Welcome to Live Chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Learn more. Chat.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Somebody type in. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Somebody tell me, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Check, check, testing, testing. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh my God, this is funny. Well, if you can't hear me, I will have to log out and then come back in. Something happened with the, this is really wild. Now that the chat's disappeared? Wait a minute. You guys, forgive me. You know I'm determined, so I'm going to get this figured out. So bear with me, because we're going to have some fun tonight, one way or another. The Giants are stinky anyways. I don't have to watch them. Now the chat's disappeared. I can't even get to the chat to see if you guys can hear me. Hold on. We're going to try to do this and to see what's going on with the chat. You guys, you see what's going on here? And I guess, let me see the microphone off and on. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. I don't know where the chat is at though. And I can't see you guys. Okay. Chat. Is the chat back? No. That's really weird. Let's see, show chat. Start chat. Wait a minute, that's really weird. Okay, here's the chat now. Okay, I got that. Can you hear me? You can hear me now? Okay, let me just make sure. You can hear me now? All right. Happy Libra season. I'm feeling a little. Thank you, Julie. Okay. Yes. Oh my God. I can't believe it. First of all, I figured it out. But second of all, how in the heck are y'all doing? Thank you for. Y'all gonna make a brother cry. Thank you for hanging in there with me, with my, non-techie self, and being able to get this on and popping. Happy Libra season. And you know what this is all about? The great benefic and the great malefic. Okay. So I'll hold off on some of the announcements, but Jupiter and Venus are not on the same team. So they're not like the best of friends. So it's like how can I explain it? Jupiter is let me make sure my other light is really good. I guess that's good. Jupiter, the great benefic, Venus, the lesser benefic. But Jupiter in a day chart, if your sun is above the ascendant horizon, is the greater benefic, and Venus the lesser, and then a night chart is Venus. But so when Jupiter is in a Libra ruled sign, it's okay. You know what I mean? But remember, Jupiter is like God's law and Saturn's man's law. That's why I wrote that. Oh my God, it's pouring outside. We hardly ever get rain out here in Arizona where I'm at, and out here in the burbs. Never thought I would live in the suburbs, y'all. I'm a city dweller, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes things got to change when you have like 4 children. If y'all knew me back in the days, like I always wanted, a wife and kids, but I did not imagine this to be my life. I never thought I'd leave New York, never thought I'd leave like the city. And even though, where I'm at inside of Scottsdale, it's still like a pretty big city. It's more burbs to me than, you know what I'm saying? So, life will surprise you. I want you guys to know, even in your mid 30s or early 40s, you're like, oh, I would never do this. And don't say never, or don't say you wouldn't do this and that, because you just don't know. You don't know what love and children and family and then taking care of parents and life circumstances will take you. Leaving New York was really one of the best things I could do for my mother, because in New York, we had stairs to get out of our home, and I couldn't take her down the wheelchair. When we left, she was still walking, but by 2013, she was in a wheelchair. So, and then it was so much easier to get to doctor's appointments, and, we have a ranch house out here. So it was just, she lived 10 more years when we moved out here. She moved in 2011, and she passed away in 2021 while I was asleep in a coma a few weeks back. So let me just say this before we get to Jupiter and Saturn and Libra. Number one, how you guys doing with the energy? I'm gonna get back to the chat, and thank you for staying with me, Aya and Danny and Julie and oh my God, well, just all of you. So okay. The Libra birth chart sale. Libras, where are you at? Because Virgos were like stepping up. A couple of Libras have booked, but Virgos, like they've blown all the other. Let's say we go back to when I started in Aquarius with the new prices and the new sale. I think Virgo may be like one of the best. Like Virgos were like, yo, I'm getting my birth chart read. I'm getting my soul return, my second day progression. And just know, if you've ever had a natal chart done with me or someone else, you could still get the solar return, second day progression, or the unconscious soul chart. Now, remember, I told you this connects to the gene keys in human design, and it's 88 days before your birth. It's like the unconscious formation of your soul. Many people believe the soul is formulated at conception. So for me, December, right? And that makes sense. And I don't disagree with it. But there's other philosophies, and it connects to human design, where the full formation of the soul is entering the body 88 days before you're born. That's when all the like organs are pretty much like complete, right? Complete. So that's why I go from the Virgo to the Gemini in unconscious soul chart. It's fascinating. It's really fascinating. It's almost like telling your life story, but unconsciously. You'll have a different sun, moon, and rising. I'm telling you, it's a dope chart. So check that on the website. But happy birthday to the Libras. And the sale ends on the 22nd, not the 21st, because this year's a little off. So, don't mind the graphic may say the 21st, but it's ending on the 22nd. And the 22nd, well, 21st, we have the Libra new moon. So I'll be doing that video this weekend. And then the 22nd, I just had a podcast guest cancel that I was recording on Saturday that was going to come out on the 23rd. But sorry, my brain's all over the place. I hate when I get like flustered and thrown off like this. So now I'm just scrambling. I mean, I'm going to keep it together because, I'm cool like that. I'm chill like that. I'm cool like that. But, it's a little like, I didn't know if I was going to have to retype everything and redo. God is good. And it was technology that threw me off. Have you guys experienced this where the phone takes your audio because it's next to the computer? That's what happened to me. Very bizarre. And they're not synced up like that's supposed to do that, but it did. So whatever. So so that's the Libra birth chart sales, sun, moon, rising, natal, solar return, second and progression, Eric at BigEAstro.com. Now, my workshops are here. You got to come to the Chiron workshop, only $32, 2 hours, Anjani Segrist and myself, Saturday, November 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern, right, via Zoom, only $32. You've got to bring your Chiron sign, house, and degree. We're going to have a Chiron presentation, and then we're going to take you from the wounding to the medicine. Because Chiron was this dynamic healer, right, studied under Apollo, and it's the energy antenna. And so once you transmute and heal the wounds, that's the area where you can become the powerful healer, right? So for me, it's in Aries in the 6th house. In my work, in my daily routine, I initiate and assert helping to heal you and others. Capiche? So Chiron is no joke. You learn a lot, and Anjani Segrist and I, we're going to give you live personal readings, taking you from the wounding to the medicine. So it's personal, it's intense, but this is going to be a good one. So we're going to have a bunch of people signed up. So you want to join them Saturday, November 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to BigEAstro.com and order it. Then last order, or second to last order of business, the workshop with Jazz Aphrodite, astronumerologist and cardologist. Jazz and I are going to do the 2026 energy forecast for abundance and purpose. So your soul's aligned with your destiny for 2026 through the lens of astrology and cardology. Saturday, November 8th, 6 p.m. Eastern, 2.5 hours, $46. Because you're going to get an astrology and cardology personal reading. You just got to bring your birth date and your big three, sun, moon, rising. And it's going to be, oh man, you want to get ready for 2026, show up, and it's at BigEAstrology.com. You can order it. We already have one person order, right? So I'm excited about that. My girl's coming, my Pisces moon friend. I'm not going to throw you out there, but she's coming. And it's Jazz Aphrodite and BigEAstrology. And so that's going to be Saturday, November 8th, 6 p.m. Eastern. So not too late, perfect time. Start to get a little chilly. So you'll be like, oh, I want to come inside anyway, Eric. Right? The sun will be down. It'll be dark out on the East Coast. And you'll be like, I want to learn about 2026. Right? Remember Lloyd told you the other day when he was on my show, October is 2026, November is 2027, December is 2028. And that's for fiscal, financial stuff. But energetically, we're going to get you ready for 2026. And why is that so important for you to come? Uranus, Gemini, Saturn, Neptune, Aries, Civil War, American Revolution, action-orientated energy, new beginnings, aggressive energy, communication, downloads, mental telepathy. I mean, it's going to be on and popping. Plus Pluto and Aquarius. You got Saturn's almost like the fourth outer planet. It's the last one we could see with the naked eye. But it's up and out there. How you guys doing? Let me get to the chat real quick. So that's it. And then the coffee talk. And I'm going to put up another poll because I told you Saturday, October 25th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, I'm going to do Jeffrey Epstein and then either like maybe a Libra, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, India.Arie, Black Thought, Eminem, I don't know. I'm going to put up some polls and you guys let me know, but I'm definitely going to do Jeffrey Epstein. But we're talking about Friday night, October 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern, only 65 minutes, only $13. Had somebody book it today. This one's so important, you guys. Neptune in Pisces. It's going to happen from October 22nd to January 26th. And then Saturn comes back February 13th. And then they meet up in exact conjunction February 20th. So that's going to be a coffee talk next February. Okay, so this one you want to come to because what does Neptune and Pisces represent? Well, Sagittarius rising, the fourth house is Pisces of our homes, our emotional minds, our television, the film, the media, the television, right? The brainwashing. It's illusion, confusion, deception, pharmaceuticals, addiction, smoke, deception, delusion, where we lie to ourselves, spirituality, imagination, creativity. This is the victimization. So this is the last time Neptune will be in Pisces in our lifetimes. It's a 165-year transit. Ain't none of y'all gonna be here for the next one around. I may be here, right, Aya? So, but that's that. So I just want to get that into. So before I get to Jupiter and Libra, and comment, let me know down below if you guys have Jupiter or Saturn in Libra, and if you do, what house do you have it in? And any new people here, hello, welcome. I'm Eric Taylor, BigEAstro, and sign up for my newsletter, BigEastrology.com. I had a good one, the last one. They've all been pretty good, but we're gonna get to probably send out something soon. Let me check out the last couple of comments here. And thank you for dealing with me and being patient with the audio issue. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. Thank you, Julie. So, okay. All right. So nothing since Julie. But if you guys have Jupiter or Saturn in Libra, let me know. And let me know, are there anybody that you would want to learn about at Coffee Talk? Any famous Libras to go with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein's chart? And you guys, his chart is bananas. The minute I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what he's been doing. Nah, for real. And I don't know if I could I could see if I could just get Ghislaine Maxwell and have the whole episode. But I don't know if I want the whole Coffee Talk being about, these two psychos and stuff. Maybe half of it, the other Coffee Talk could be like, somebody fun, like Snoop Doggy Doggy, Drizzle Drizzle. And I get tired of it. Everybody says, oh, you remind me, or you look like Snoop Doggy Dogg. Well, really, we don't, right? He's darker. He's skinnier. He's definitely not as handsome as I am. And our hair is different. But I understand like the narrowness of my face. So I resemble him and stuff and just whatever. But I used to get it all the time when I was acting. I was a professional actor, television, film, theater. They used to call me a mixture of Snoop Dogg and Eddie Murphy because of my smile, my laugh. People were like, oh, you remind me of Eddie Murphy. So I used to get Snoop Murphy, if you can imagine that. But I was like, nah, I'm just Eric Taylor. But I'll take both of their wallets. But as a human being, I'd rather ride with Eric Taylor than, no shade, no hate. I respect them both. Eddie Murphy is probably the second best stand-up of all time behind Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is the GOAT. All comics will tell you that. I mean, you got George Carlin, R.I.P. Bernie Mac, Sam Kinison. There's a lot of, great comics out there, but Eddie has the stand-up and the acting ability. See, a lot of people don't have both like that. Dave Chappelle, great stand-up, but he doesn't have the comedy acting per se. I mean, Eddie Murphy is he's the GOAT. Nobody, all the characters. I mean, come on, you can't touch Eddie. But Richard Pryor was the trailblazer before that. Which Way Is Up? Did any of you guys see Which Way Is Up? Oh, one of my favorite movies as a young boy. So Jupiter and Libra. So Jupiter being the great benefic, it's at home in Sag and Pisces. In Libra, come see, come sa. So if you're a wife, Jupiter is what? The husband. Your wisdom, beliefs, philosophies, or same-sex couple. It's your higher knowledge expansion, the law, more of the righteous religious law. Jupiter is also biology and finance, and it also can go under management. So you could be a stockbroker. You can also be when you purchase clothing for a store, like the purchasing manager or the coordinators, things like that. I'm forgetting the words and the terms, but that's very Jupiter Libra. You could definitely be a lawyer. Jupiter Libra would give a wife a very charming and well-balanced husband. So his personality would be very like harmonious, peaceful, and very balanced. One thing I would say about Jupiter Libra, they definitely, one of their main philosophies is like they're going to barter and trade and negotiate. They're not just going to give in to you. So they're great talkers, trademark lawyers, things like that, contracts, negotiators. This is, like in New York, some states don't have this, but in New York, when you do sell a home, you have a real estate lawyer. Arizona, we don't have real estate lawyers. It's just the two realtors. Well, in New York, you have to actually have a lawyer come in, when you're dealing with selling a property. When I sold my home in New York. So, that's very Jupiter Libra. Jupiter Libra, they can definitely be someone that's about fairness and justice. So you can also see people who are the social workers that go into the courtroom for like family court. That's Jupiter Libra. Trying to think. I could see where you could be the person that refurbishes homes. Just remember though, Jupiter Libra, you can see people who can get into homeopathic and naturopathic studies and research, maybe even stem cell stuff, things like that. It's not the worst, not the best placement, but Jupiter does well pretty much in every sign. Even like people think, oh, it's in its fall in Capricorn. Jupiter Capricorn, as long as you're disciplined, structured, and organized, you'll get the bag. You'll get the finances. A lot of Jupiter Capricorn people are extremely wealthy. Okay. Because Jupiter is also what? Our abundance, fortune, and luck. So sometimes Jupiter Libra, your abundance and fortune comes through your business partnerships and your marriages, right? The committed relationships. So think of it like that. Okay. And if you guys have any questions about Jupiter and Libra, just let me know, comment and stuff like that. But it's definitely, remember the expansion. So Jupiter Libra ladies, you could have like a nice booty. Okay. Because Libra is around the core, and that's lower back, fallopian tubes, kidneys, and like the buttocks. So, Jupiter can give you, it expands, right? So you could have like a big butt. That'd be interesting to see all the Jupiter Libra famous people and see if they have big butts. I'm just saying, I mean, that's how you really learn astrology though. Like, that's why in my videos, yeah, they're older and you hear me mention for certain placements, celebrities. And it's not like I just don't really care, but it's because it's a reference point of a description of someone that you've seen, right, in public, someone famous. So it gives you a visualization, but it also gives you, personality traits and identities. We don't really know these people unless you know them personally, you know what I mean? But we don't know someone because we see them on TV and film, or they're a politician. You have no idea who they are. Trust me, you have no idea. And I've worked with a lot of these people and met a lot of people, and some are really nice, some are not so nice. Harrison Ford, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Han Solo, real nice. I mean, just an amazing guy. We hung out on the Devil's Zone up in the Bronx for hours, and he was a great guy. William Hurt, Children of a Lesser God, and stuff like that, not so nice. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But you'll see how different people are that you work with or meet, and it just depends on the situation. Like Vince Vaughn was mad cool. I worked on the movie Made with him and John Favreau, and Vince Vaughn came up to me, right, gave me that. He was mad cool though. So, any questions? And how are you guys feeling? Remember, the moon is in Taurus tonight. Okay. And so it's very Venusian as we go into Friday. And we had the moon come in Wednesday, and then we have it Thursday and un poquito Friday. So we're going to have a Gemini Cancer moon weekend. Okay. And I'll be doing my astro weather tomorrow. Hey, Stephen. Oh, seventh house, Jupiter Libra. Hey, Gigi. Swiss A buyer, retail biz. Ah, Jupiter and Gemini. Well, because Jupiter and Gemini, Gigi, can get you into a lot of gossip and a lot of small talk. Um, but it can expand. Like Jupiter Gemini is actually good for social media. That's like you're like going from phone to phone. You're like, oh, TikTok, X, IG, like Pinterest. You're just like blah, 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 blah. You're just putting out videos. That's Jupiter Gemini. Remember, we just had that last year. Now we're in Jupiter Cancer, and then Jupiter Leo's coming up next June. So, and that's why I said Jupiter and Cancer will expand the divine feminine and our emotional intelligence, the EQ. Which, hey, we can all use more of that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't want to be emotionally intelligent? I think it's important. Well, Gigi and Steven, I'm glad you guys came. You missed all my errors earlier. I was having audio issues. I came on. I was even rapping with my song True Speaker, and you couldn't hear it and stuff. But Julie and Aya and Danny, they held me down, and it was kind of funny. It was really frustrating for me though. But so yeah, Jupiter and Libra, you're the Jupiter, you're the husband. So yeah, buyer and retail business. Yeah, I like that. That's what it is. But when you have Jupiter and Libra in the seventh house, that shows you doing well in the marketplace and that you are someone that I don't know if this is the case, Stephen, but yeah, well, it is like because when you go to like Nicholas, Brooklyn, right, you like to connect and expand and connect with many people, relationships. So you're always communicating and sharing wisdom, knowledge, and your beliefs with the other half. So that's how Jupiter Libra plays out for you, Stevie Weezy's, right? That's actually kind of dope. It's very literal for you. Like you find peace and harmony when you're going, and you meet Lloyd and different people and King Simon and stuff. Oh man, I'm gonna have Nina Diamond on my show and Uchenna, thanks to Lloyd in November. The rest of October and November, you guys, my podcast is off the charts. And listen, for any of you guys here, Julie or Aya, I'm telling you, ask Stephen and Gigi, you want to join the tribe. Knowledge is Love Tribe, my community, www.community.bigeastrology.com. Right now, it's still $18 and $5. It's going up to $23 and $10. I don't know when it's going up. Any day now. My computer guy in the Philippines has got to do it. If I knew how to do it, I've already done it, but I don't. And that's the lifetime price. You get discounts. You get 2 monthly tribe meetings. October, this Friday, the 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern, and the 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Amazing guests. We have Rebecca Vidanoff, who does the Akashic Records, and she's a channeler. Her YouTube, her IG and TikTok is in the Akasha. She's incredible. You've seen her on my podcast before. I've been on her TikTok. We're getting ready to do that again soon too. She's going to be coming to the tribe and doing a presentation and explaining the Akashic Records and do some Q&A and some readings. And she's going to channel from the Galactic. And I think she's channeling a meditation for us from I don't know if it's from the Galactic Council. I don't know who. Like, she's amazing. But I will tell you this, right? Because she actually did an Akashic reading for me. And obviously, you guys know I've had Debbie Solaris on, who's like, I think the creme de la creme, the best. Rebecca, she's pretty darn good. I mean, she was telling me stuff, and she was getting into my my past lives here on Earth and in the Akashic. But I'm telling you, join our tribe, our community. And, for $18 a month, you're getting coffee talks that are worth $35, $22, and $13, which is on the 17th. The 2-hour one is $22. So you're getting that just right there. You're saving. You're getting discounts off of Sabale Pura, my wife's organic and vegan body skincare line, 10% off of my services. And after you've been in the tribe for a year, half off, 50% off of any of my major birth chart services. That's natal, solar return, secondary progression. And secondary progression, you could do every, 3 to 5 years, depending on, what you feel comfortable in terms of learning. Remember, the moon will switch every 2.5 years. So you could really do one every, let's say, 3 years. But the solar return, I'm just being honest. It's not just about me, whether you use me or someone else. I always tell you, you should use me. But I'm going to tell you, you should be doing a solar return chart every year. I mean, it literally can help you with your medical health, planning out your year, your business, things with your family, your kids, whether you're going to move, change your career or job. You see everything in the solar return chart. And remember, we go back to the degree of the sun and the minute. So you may have a different, You have the same sun sign, but you're probably going to have a different moon and rising, and it's based off of this year. So you would do, your birth date, right? For me, this year was September 9th, 2025. That's when the sun went back to my degree point, not on my birthday, because we're coming off a leap year. So we're like, everything's a day ahead. Sorry. Oh, so I got the cortisone in my knee. And yesterday I went for my elbow, but he couldn't do it because he was like, the left one doesn't need it. They sent me to physical therapy. And the right elbow, he was concerned to see if there was any cartilage floating because it cracks. And it's like, it doesn't sound good, you guys. Your boys' body parts be jacked up sometimes, but that's all right. I've had 13 surgeries. It's kind of ridiculous, right? But I'm getting an MRI on the elbow. I just wanted the cortisone shot. But next Wednesday, I go and they're going to do the shoulders. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. But with the knees, oh my God, I feel so good. I'm walking faster. The last time I had a cortisone shot, and the first time was in 2022. So I'm hoping I don't need, but you know what he told me, in case you guys don't know this, medical astrology stuff, he was saying, actually, if you do have like bad arthritis like me, and actually my knees, they said weren't that bad, but you should only get 3 cortisone shots in your life, not 2 or 3 a year. That deteriorates the bone, something bad. Cortisone is so strong. And he said that's only for like maybe seniors for maintenance before, people that are on their way checking out. He's like, if you're young in your 50s and 60s, no, you should only get 3 in a lifetime. So I'm up to my second for the knees, and then the shoulder, I've only done the right shoulder. This time I'm trying to do both shoulders. So enough about me and blabbing. Saturn in Libra. Now remember, Libra is exalted in Saturn. Saturn's at home in Capricorn and Aquarius. And let me check the time. Oh, I didn't even turn my phone back on. I hope the kids are home. Wifey went to the store. But and I hope this phone doesn't mess up my audio. I probably shouldn't have turned it back on. Let me put it back over here. So let me check with the Jupiter. And Saturn in Libra. Let's see how you guys are doing in the chat. Chat. What you greening for, Gigi? Oh, Jupiter Gemini. 2 phones. Oh, yeah. 2 phones? Christ Barrow, what's up, fam? Jupiter Virgo, 7th house. Okay. And a yacht. Okay. So what you got? If you got a yacht, what's your 12th and 2nd house? Jupiter Scorpio, me too. Oh, Jupiter Scorpio in the 6th. So Sagittarius, Gemini rising. Jupiter Scorpio in the 6th. Now remember, benefic signs don't like being in the 6th house, Jupiter and Venus. But Jupiter Scorpio in the 6th, like you could be a detective. You could be into forensics, science, research, biology. You can be in the financial market, or you can be into the metaphysics and occult. You can be an empath, an energy healer, a worker. Jupiter Scorpio is powerful, 6th house. Jupiter Scorpio, let me tell you something. People don't realize this, but Jupiter does really well in Scorpio. And that really is one of the placements that has me into this, astrology and all the metaphysics. Okay, so I like Jupiter Scorpio. Remember, Jupiter's at home in Sag and Pisces, but remember, Mars, Jupiter, and Sun are on the same team. So Jupiter does well in Leo, does well in Sag and Pisces, and does well in the Mars planet, Scorpio, Aries. I think where it's really challenging, not so much Capricorn, it's actually more challenging in Virgo. But Jupiter and Virgo, you could be the biologist or you could be the nutritionist, right? And you have to realize that you don't want your philosophies to be about perfection. But enough about that. Let's get into Saturn in Libra. Chat. I'm upset my Yankees lost. They freaking suck. I want to get rid of Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman. I don't want to hear anything. Stevie, what's going on in New York, New Jersey? Freaking Yankees choked. Man, that made me hot. Y'all don't know. I'm a big sports nut, you guys. I used to do a sports radio show. I did 3 sports radio shows. I love sports, but um, Christ bearer, what's your sun moon rising? I never met you before. I know you're Gemini rising. Christ bearer, excuse me, your sun and moon. For new people, if you share your big 3, I break it down for you. It's my free gift to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Free gift for y'all. Of course, I'm gonna ball. Not living in the mall. So Saturn and Libra, it's exalted there. Saturn falls obviously in opposite Aries, debilitated in Cancer and Leo. So when you have Saturn and Libra, you are literally the judge, jury, prosecution, and defense in your own code of laws. And that's how Libra sun signs are too. Libra talks about balance, but it's seeking balance. They are harmonious and peaceful, but Libra sometimes, as much as I love you, Libra, Gigi, sometimes they can make relationships feel transactional because they're kind of like weighing on their scales because they got like 5 friends. They could hang out with you, but they could hang out with this one or that one or the next one. Libras are very social people. They never just have like one friend group or just like 1 or 2 friends. Like they can call somebody, drop a dime, and hang out. Like Libras are funny like that. Like I remember dating some Libra ladies and stuff, and now I'll be honest, I thought I had one Libra girlfriend. I thought she was cheating, but she wasn't. She was faithful, but she's just very friendly and social. So you have to be very secure. I was secure, but I don't think I was ready for that at the time. You know what I mean? Hey, we all grow. And with Saturn in the 7,000 Taurus, it's like I had to mature and get more disciplined in relationships. But I think she helped me with that too. You know what I mean? So I always have respect. Remember, if you the sign after you learn from. So Libras, you guys will learn lessons from Scorpios, and you will teach Virgos. And I'm the Virgo, and the Libra taught me. Now, not everything they teach is going to be good. Some will be bad. I've had some Libras teach me bad stuff, like not to trust them, but that's okay. One thing about Saturn and Libra, what is Saturn? It's your discipline, your structure, your organization, your hard work. It's karma. It's restrictions, limits, delays, and anxiety, stress, fear, the government, the authorities in your life, sometimes a grandparent and sometimes the father. You'll notice it more in aspects to the sun or the house placement that tells the story. And some astrologers look at Neptune as a grandma. I've tested it where sometimes I see that could work, and sometimes I don't know. You know what I mean? But you see the maternal grandma in the 7th house, and I think the paternal grandfather is in the 12th, if I remember correctly. I'd have to check my book. Oh my God, wifey and I were doing a lot of editing today in the book. Are you guys going to buy my book? Please support me with my book. I'm going to pump this book everywhere. I have, and my wife has worked so hard. Like, she's definitely a co-writer. Like, my wife has done, obviously I brought in all the astrology knowledge, but she's formulated and organized and edited, and it's a color book. I think we're up to over 150 pages. It's a workbook so you can learn astrology. So you can get the book, and that would be in conjunction with my class. And I think the 101 class, the basic foundations of astrology, I'm probably going to start it up again after the holidays. Things are so busy. I'm trying to get the book done. I may start it in the end of January, early February. So if you're interested in really learning how to read a birth chart, if you want to get a side hustle, you can take this now. But I'm always teaching one-on-one, so you can always study with me one-on-one. And you have the price on the website, but I do payment plans, so you can do installments, and I think I have that at 8 or 9 weeks one-on-one. But I really customize it because some people want to learn more, so then I just charge them the rate, but it's really good. And one-on-one, it's great because I can really like spill my cranium out and give you all the nuggets and secrets, because I don't gatekeep. I want you guys to know this wisdom and knowledge, for real. And trust me, like, it's powerful being able to read a chart. You know what I mean? Like I feel honestly, you're better off coming to me than a psychiatrist or a psychologist or therapist. I'm dead serious, especially if you do my Astro Life Transformational Program, 5 months. I will change your life forever for the better. Just in 90 minutes, I can change your life. Okay. And I don't say it braggingly. I say it as someone who that's what I want to do. I want to be of service to you. Okay. I take my job very seriously. It's like a calling to me. Now, I'm not going to run off yet, but that's letting me know the Giants and Eagles have started, right? It's just a couple of minutes ago. So I did come on later, so I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes, takes any questions from you guys. But remember with Saturn and Libra, um, whatever Saturn house it's in, it's 6 houses away. So Libra, it wouldn't be Aries, it would be Pisces. Wherever if your Saturn and Libra was in that whatever house, you're paying off the karmas in the Pisces house. So there's like a karmic debt to pay off. Now, listen, with Saturn, you have to be organized, disciplined about your what? Your relationships, your fairness, your justice, your contracts, negotiations, about seeking balance. Like you don't want to be selfish and all arrogant and not try to get equality, right? Because Saturn and Libra is all about equal rights. Okay. So let me read some more comments. I don't know what you guys are, what you talking about, New Yorking and hawking and parking. But yeah, and let me know what who you'd like to learn about with the second coffee talk. Because remember, coffee talk is Friday, October 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 65 minutes, only $13 for you people that came on later. And that's going to be Neptune and Pisces transit. October 22nd to January 26th. That's going to be crazy, yo. Along with Uranus back in Taurus. Do you guys even know what's about to go down? Are you smelling what I'm cooking? Are you smelling what's happening around us? The world is loco poco tocos. Gemini rising, the Leo sun in the third, and the Pisces moon in the 10th. So, okay, Christ. Oh, you've been watching me and Lloyd? Thanks. Thank you, sir. I respect you too, Christ bearer. So, okay, peep this. The Pisces moon in the 10th house, you're very psychic and intuitive in public. Do me a favor. When you go to work and you return back home, if you're not going back out, Christ bearer, you need an energy bath. Like you've got to like wash your hands, your face. If you're not going back out, put on your house clothes because you're literally absorbing all the energy out in the collective and you're going to bring that back into your home. So you may be bringing in other people's energies, their hatred, their jealousy, their depression. You know what I'm saying? That Pisces moon is very psychic. You could be very creative at work. I wonder what you do for work because you could do well in entertainment. The Leo sun, Gemini rising, Pisces moon, you've got to be like some sort of artist or entertainment. You could do anything, man. Like, but remember your mom, I'm curious, was your mom more of like the father figure? You know, that now that Leo sun in the third house, were you a good athlete growing up, Christ bearer? And also were you like a little playground bully in 4th, 5th grade? Keep it real. You were smacking kids in the head on the basketball court. You know, like that's the sun in the third house. But remember, you're an introvert. So you'll be more extroverted probably after your 28th or 30th birthday. I don't know how old you are. And Gemini rising, you're very verbal. You're naturally the messenger. So with that Pisces moon, you're very psychic at work or in your public image, your career. And, you know, I wonder if dad worked for the dad work in any politics or local government, but did he travel for work? You know, but you can do very well on social media. On social media, though, you got to wear bright colors and you're the regal king. Okay. So if you have your own channel or doing things like that, but you'd be good in astrology, numerology, anything like that. All right. So thank you for coming and sharing your big three with me. Any other new people? And let me know how I did. But yeah, your mom was holding it down. I don't know if your parents were divorced or separated, but mom played a lot of the dad role for you growing up. If anybody wants to give me a giant Eagles score, first quarter, what's going on? I'll stay on a couple extra minutes, maybe even a baseball score. The Brewers, Dodgers, Phillies. Yeah. The Aries rising is very authentic, Gigi. I can't wait to do Quincy's chart too, you know. Wealth Mobster, what's up, man? All right. How you feeling? I'm gonna see you Friday night, right? Tribe meeting's gonna be off the chart. Miss Beaven Crown? Okay. Basketball and music, yeah. Miss Vegan Crown? Okay, hold on. Let me hear your placements again. So, Feven Crown, Virgo rising, Aries sun, in the 8th house, Pisces moon. So, Miss Steven Crown, I can't understand that. Steven Crown. So, I'm going to call you Miss Crown. Hinton Murphy, what's up? Giants. Giants. What about the Giants? Are they winning? Or are the Eagles winning? How do I? What's the score? 7-3 Giants? Oh, I'm going to have to go. Hopefully Cam Scatterboo scored. I got him on my fantasy team. Oh, mom's a boss, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, man. Hold on, Miss Stephen Crown. So you new people that are here, just so you know, I'm legally blind in my right eye and visually impaired. So that's why I highlight it and then I hear it in the phones. Normally I have my wife or my kids as an Ed McMahon personal assistant to read it for me. Because if I had to read it, I'd be like all up on the camera like this. You know what I'm saying? So Pisces rising, Leo sun, Cancer moon. Okay, wait. Pisces rising, Leo sun in the 6th house, right? And the Cancer moon in the 5th. So, okay, that's, yeah, tribe meetings are dope. Tell these people, right? It's going to be fire with the Kasha Records. Dart, Dart is, yo, let me tell you, Dart got some cojones, right? I like the kid, you know. I wanted my Steelers to get him. But I think you saw they traded Flacco. I think Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders is just one play from getting in. And once Shador Sanders gets in, he's going to light it up and he's going to be running Cleveland. Okay. Not Deshaun Watson coming back and forget little Dylan Gabriel, who's playing pretty good. But I want Shador to get his chance. They were hating on him too much. That was just straight up racism. Okay. Pisces rising. And I'm going to get back to the other one. Pisces rising, Leo, Sun, Cancer, Moon. So the Leo Sun, you're here to burn. You're here to live a long life. Pisces rising and Blizzy or whatever. I'm sorry, your name. Couple things. Okay, you feel music so deeply, and if you have kids, you're very like protective and nurturing and caring. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but you may be like a helicopter parent a little bit. So just ease up on that. But you're always right. Like, you know, when they're doing mischievous stuff, especially with that firstborn, like, you know, you would know. You could also feel your way into some good gambling or lottery ticket. I don't always, you know, encourage it, but with the Leo sun in the 6th house, you're kind of the boss at work. You got to be the regal king or queen, but you will burn off the work enemies and work sicknesses. And your father could have worked in politics or entertainment or some sort of management or some sort of leadership role. And that's how you are at work. You always shine, you know, bright, and you're the natural leader. Definitely make sure you got to move your body, your hips and thighs. And you may like spicy food, but it can actually give you uh, indigestion or heartburn, quite literally heartburn. You got to drink a lot of water. And if you do eat meat, you need it to be cooked at least medium to medium well. The raw stuff is probably not like for you. You have fire sign in the second house, like you probably can't do the sushi. Like I die eating sushi. It almost killed me. Um, seriously. I like my meat cooked well, but I don't eat that much meat anymore. I eat, pretty healthy, but and no shade, no hate on the meat eaters, but just remember it takes 48 hours to properly digest the meat. So just give yourself space if you're going to eat meat. Try to only do it maybe 2-3 times a week. And you want to get organic, grass finished, grass fed. Like you guys, come on, there's not enough cows for all the fast food restaurants, regular restaurants, grocery stores with all the beef. Just do the math in your head. The math ain't mathing. Let's keep it real, okay? We're all adults here, you know what I'm saying? So, but I hope that resonates with you. And the Cancer Moon, you're very, very psychic and intuitive. And with the Cancer Moon, Jupiter's there right now. So watch out for pregnancies. If you want to have kids, this is the time. If you don't want them, then precautions taken, please, okay? Because Jupiter's transiting your 5th house. You could definitely get pregnant or get someone pregnant. I don't know. I assume you're a woman, but I don't want to assume, you know what I mean? So, and then the other person, we had it was the Virgo rising. Hold on, let me go back. Sorry. But then they retracted their thing. Hold on. S. Feven Crown. Oh, you retracted the message. But what did you put? S. Feven Crown. Hold on. Because you put your placements, but then you retracted it? I'm a little confused. Dun, 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 dun. Chat. Let's see. STR8. Thank you for the score. And that Pisces rising, just so you know, my mom has it. You're like an alien here on Earth, and you're a shapeshifter. And when Neptune comes back in the ascendant, just watch the escapism and increase your spiritual practice and discipline. We all should be doing that. And Saturn on the ascendant right now wants you to have more healthy boundaries, okay? And your spiritual discipline. You guys, listen, no days off, 7 days a week. Build up your spiritual man, just like you build up your muscles, like 7 days a week. You listen, we all got time. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm so busy. Give me. I got 4 kids, 3 at home. I'm crazy busy and I run my own business. I still have at least 3 minutes every day to meditate. And you do it how you do it: hiking, walking, grounding, earthing, in the shower, connecting, bathtub, toning, light language, whatever you got to do. But you got guided meditations, YouTube. You got 3 to 5 minutes a day, every day, 7 days a week, no days off. Please, with what's coming, I'm telling you, you want to have your spiritual muscles, y'all. Okay. Virgo rising, Pisces moon, Aries sun. Okay, so Feven sound, if that's the right one, the Aries rising, very rare and authentic. You're just authentically you. The Pisces moon, Pisces moon in the 2nd house, and the Virgo sun in the 8th. So you're born on a full moon. You can definitely be in healthcare, earning your money, or naturopathic, homeopathic. You can be an herbalist, a nutritionist, or an accountant. You know what I mean? You can even work in pharmaceuticals. But with that Virgo moon in the 8th house, you want to tap into the herbs and the crystals. Get you the spirulina, the ashwagandha, the burdock root, the sea moss, right? You got to get all the good stuff. Thyme, basil, all the herbs. And also connect with the ancient oils, doTERRA. You're probably I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but either way, it doesn't matter. You guys would like my wife's line, Sabale Pure, SABALI pure.com. She makes organic and vegan body and skincare. It's like outstanding. I always joke with her, like if we weren't married, I would still use her stuff. That's how good it is. Okay. The truth powder, it literally takes away morning breath. No joke. Okay. The trace mineral deodorant, you don't want to put aluminum in the chemicals on your arms. And don't start your kids off like that. Them little 10, 11-year-olds that are getting hairs and sweating, Like, yo, they got to get the good deodorant. We got our kids on it. And she has seasonal lip balms. Get the autumn lip balms. The lip balms, I wish I had one here. They're mad thick and chunky. Like, they're so good. And and all her packaging is compostable and recyclable. Incredible. I'm very proud of her. She's not been pushing her business so hard right now because she's helping me with my book. And, BigEAstro is kind of blowing up and soaring. So she's been more focused on getting me up and out there. But then once the book and other thing, I got a documentary film coming out. I'm sharing my NDE story in this film called Interdimensional. Should be in theaters maybe in January, and also on streaming like Netflix, I think Amazon Prime, and maybe Peacock. So it's with a group of people. So I'm just a part of it. But I share my NDE story. For those of you who are new, you new people, please subscribe, hit the like button. But I was in coma 4 years ago right now. I went into the hospital, had the Delta COVID, and I had laying dormant valley fever, a fungus that comes from up under the ground in the Western Hemisphere of the United States. And they gave me steroids that awakened it, and they told them not to. And I also got remdesivir, and that, almost put me out. Well, it did. I basically flatlined. They brought me back, put me on a ventilator. I went in August 29th, fell into coma September 6th, did not wake up to October 16th. And that leads me to next week. 2 amazing podcasts. I have got a yoga teacher, chakra specialist, and a podcast host of The Real and the Woo. Laurie Stern is coming on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on the 14th. You don't want to miss it. She's a Gemini. She's amazing. I was on her podcast. She's really fascinating. She's good and good people, really great people. And then my astrology friend, she's writing an astrology of NDEs. I forgot the exact title of her book, but it's I'm in the Moon and the Mars chapter. But she's writing about real life people, NDEs, and connecting it to the birth chart. And she's going to, on the 16th, come on Thursday, my anniversary of my awakening 4 years ago. And she's going to explain my placements that had me fall into coma and also had me awaken. And we're talking about NDEs and astrology in general. So it's really fascinating. Laura Bruno, she's brilliant as an astrologer, but just good people. But this book, I think she's almost up to like 400 pages. So she's almost done writing it though. So that's next week. So do not miss those podcasts. And then I've got a cancer survivor. I forget her last name, Leah. She's coming on Monday the 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Powerful woman. And she survived cancer. And it was like, I think, terminal cancer. Like she's still healing, but she's written a book, and powerful story. I got a lot of writers. October 30th, I got a young lady named Jessa. She was in Hollywood, and she's got a story, 2 stories, a book called Blurred Lines and Taboo, about how she was being sexually exploited and things she went through in Hollywood as a young actress and dancer. Oh my God, she's a deep sister. She's Scorpio rising like me, and she's Sagittarius. So yeah, October, November is already filling up. I try to bring you some heavy hitter guests on the podcast. Now I could come back on Saturday night just because I like to get things in Libra season because I'm gonna be so busy the next 2 weeks with guests. But I'll just see. My boys have a game. If I came on Friday night, it'd be late night, you guys, because their game's at 4 to like 6, 7. I probably won't come on. I could come on Sunday evening, but we'll just see. But I want to come on for you guys tonight. And, Saturn Libra is a great placement. But remember, you have got to be disciplined in your relationships, disciplined in your business partnerships, disciplined and have healthy boundaries in relationships. That's hard for Libra, right? Libra sometimes can be passive aggressive, and sometimes they let people take advantage of them, and then they get salty afterwards. Well, Libra, you got to tap into that opposite, your sister sign, the Aries energy. Whatever sign you are, you guys, always learn from the opposite sign. The opposite sign is where you're supposed to go to the middle point, right? And merge. Like Cancer is supposed to like go a little bit towards Capricorn and like meet at Libra. Virgo is supposed to go towards Pisces and like meet at Sag. So, and you learn from the sign after you, and you teach the sign before you. So that's very important to know. And back to that Aries rising too, with the full moon, Virgo and Pisces, your intuition is off the charts. You're extremely psychic. And you've got to remember you can see through the veils of deception when people are talking some BS to you. You don't play that. Homie, don't play that. And Saturn and Libra, they don't play that. Okay. So let me just check the last couple of comments before I go. Hitting Murphy, I like that name too. Oh, Gemini Moon. Leo's, yeah, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Gemini Moon, Miss Feven Crown, Aries Sun, Virgo Rising. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. With my NDE story. Well, on the 16th, we'll be talking about that. Yes, tell them, Wealth Mapsters and Gigi and Steven. Our tribe is off the charts, you guys. It's better than coming to Netflix. And our group is going to get more active, but the group, what I like about it, it's like a buddy boss, like a Facebook. It's through Buddy Boss, but in the group, we've got these different subjects. We got next generation, homesteading, herbs, crystals, um, homesteading, food for health, astrology, numerology, tarot. We're going to have human design, business. You can promote your business in my group. We've got like 37, 38 members now. I also have creativity. You could share your poems, your music, your rhymes. And with that Pisces moon in the 10th house, Leo sun, you do music? Yo, I love to hear stuff. I'm going to be recording my third album towards the end of this year and starting 2026. God told me to tell you. And after I almost died, now I know I got that title a few years back. I know what God told me to tell you. But back to, I forgot who it is with the Leo sun and Leo rising. So when you have the sun in the ascendant, you could be a little self-centered the first 26 or 28 years of your life. You and dad, it's like, it's either the sun is burning the relationship on the ascendant, but you're very focused. If you have kids, you're like the super dad. You could be the girl dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're very connected. You could have a stepchild with the Gemini moon in the 11th house, but you know how to maneuver and network with people. Like you're no joke in a group or a crowd. You could get into organizations over the internet. You could be very artistic and clever. You've got to shine bright. Your hidden talent is how you nurture and care for others, though. You know what I mean? You got a giant heart, but with that Leo sun and Leo rising, you be stunting on them. You're pretty fly and dynamic. And you either have like cat feline like features, or you have like a lion's mane with the hair. Okay. And with the Gemini moon in the 11th house, you can have a lot of friends, but just watch out. Relationship wise, you're kind of detached. You don't want nobody smothering you. So you could have like a friend first that becomes a sexual partner or a relationship partner. But with the Gemini moon there, you know how to do long-term investments. You know how to like do things over the internet. Like you could be very technologically savvy, but you're like, you're the verbal slut. Emotionally, you have to express yourself. Like you'll get frustrated in a marriage or relationship if you cannot like clap back. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but you got to have your turn to express your thoughts emotionally. Gemini moons go crazy if you cut them off and they can't say what they want to say. And verbally, you need that in a relationship, right? That Aquarius 7th house, you need a spouse or a life partner that is crazy intelligent and a little different, and someone that's independent. You don't want to be smothered. You don't want nobody all up on you. Oh my God, where you at? Where you going? Nah, you can't deal with that. That Leo energy. Leo's like, I'm in the spotlight 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping, there's a light beaming on me. I love Leo. I got 2 Leo kids. So my wife's a Pisces. My oldest son is my stepson, but he's my boy. I raised him since 8.5. He's a Virgo, day before me. He's the 9th. I'm the 10th. Then my firstborn and my second kid is Gemini. And then I got Leo twins. I caught myself trying to get a daughter, and God's got a sense of humor and gave me 2 more boys. I always say going from 2 to 3 was the conversation. Going from 2 to 4 is a state of shock, yo. But it's all good. Life is good. Like I said, I never imagined leaving the big city, New York City, and moving out to Arizona. And boy, being a father of 4 kids, I dreamed of it. Always wanted a big family. And I always wanted twins. My wife's like, I wish you would have told me that. But I should have known, right? I have Jupiter in the ascendant. So when you have Jupiter in the first, third, or fifth house, you could have a lot of siblings, a lot of children, stuff like that. And I have Jupiter in the ascendant. And I am one of 5 or 6 kids, but I only know of 2 siblings, 2 sisters. One passed away, one's living, but we don't talk anymore. But I think I have another sister and her brother, but Papa was a Rolling Stone, so I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody out there looking like me with the last name Taylor, then you're like, chances are they may be a little browner than me. But, they're still in New York, I believe. I think there's a boy and a girl, but they'd be like 62 and 65 years old now. They were older before me. I think I'm the last of my dad's kids. I'm the last of the Mohicans, whether there's 5 or 7, who knows? I just know about 3, but knowing my dad. But me, I'm just a loyal guy. I just want all my kids with my wife, and that's it, So, but I'm going to get ready to run. Let me check the last comments. But you guys, please, www.community.BigEAstro.com. Really consider coming to the tribe. You won't regret it. Like I said, and we pray for people if they're going through tough times. Like, it's a real tribe. Right? If you know the etymology of family, I don't even really use that word anymore, but it's a real community and tribe. And we look out for one another. We have each other's backs. We help each other. We network. We connect. But it's really about information and knowledge. That's why it's the Knowledge is Love Tribe. And I got my new tribe shirt. I'll be wearing it tomorrow night. I'll see you guys 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh my God, Rebecca's going to be amazing. And then the 24th, Victoria Richardson, the Rapid Renegade's coming. And Rebecca, you can follow them on social media in the Akasha. So tomorrow night is the Akashic Records and Channeling. The 24th is Human Design and Psych K. These 2 women are brilliant. They've both been on a podcast before, so you could search for them. Rebecca Videnoff and Videnoff, Videnoff, and also Victoria Richardson, the Rapid Renegade. They've both been on the podcast, I think, twice. I actually like them as humans. So, but their knowledge is like bananas. It's crazy. I love smart people. And I love people who have a pure heart to heal the collective. Because that's the thing. Like, all you guys are amazing. Everybody in this chat is amazing. It's just about you finding how you heal people. Maybe you already know. Maybe you heal through your music. Maybe you heal through nutrition. Maybe you heal through teaching, education, real estate, finances. I mean, we can all help others. And that's what the 6th house is about, being of service to others. Okay, so let me check the last minute. And hold on. I don't know if the wife and kids are at home, so I need to check this. Hello? 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 Okay. So I'm about to bounce. This has been crazy fun. Let me just see the last couple comments in the chat. Chat. Oh, Quintella. Yeah, the beginning got messed up, Quintella. I was delayed for a bit, but I fixed it up. The audio wasn't working. Well, you guys got to click the alarm. You get the notifications. Plus, I always put it up on IG. Okay. Hey, One Rare Bird. How you doing? That's good. I'm doing pretty good. I had some tech issues at the beginning of the show, though. And are you asking Quintella? Okay. Well, Quintella would tell you, come to the tribe meeting, join the tribe. Okay. Listen, you guys, go to the website. Quintella, she knows about it. The Chiron workshop, November 1st, Saturday, $32. Anjani, Seagrass, and I working on the Chiron wound, taking you from the wounding to the medicine. And then Saturday, November 8th, $46, but it's 2.5 hours. Personal live readings, both of them. But with the November 8th, it's Jazz Aphrodite and I. Both these women are brilliant. Anjani Seagrass and Jazz Aphrodite, 2 brilliant, amazing sisters. I love them both to death. Jazz and I are going to be doing the astrology and cardology 2026 forecast for your abundance and your purpose, your soul alignment. You got to bring your big three and your birth date. And then with Anjani and I, you got to bring your Chiron sign, house, and degree point. And we're going to get you all tuned up. So if you come to both workshops, you're going to be healed, you're going to be healing, and you're going to be ready to get the bag in 2026. Hammer, put them in the mix, no tricks. Lyrically, I'm slick, the number one pick, just like Slick Rick. I got a story to tell for the children. I scream and yell. I rock the bells like LL. What's the smell? Are the Giants still winning? I'm a Steeler fan, so you know I'm just grinning. Bengals, Browns, and Ravens are just losing. They're cruising for a bruising. Forget the hickey. I'll knock you out like Kanicki. I'm a Knicks fan, the number one pick. We're going to get the title this year because our skills are thick. And I'll go back to NYC at Madison Square, and I'll be there for the parade, and I'll be spitting with the flair, savoir faire, and the glare, the stop and stare. Listen, I grew up in the Garden. All right, I was courtside. I was there before Spike Lee. The women used to come to me to give me their phone numbers to give to Spike, to give to Mike. So I know what Mike Jordan was doing. Personally, I know, okay? As a young kid, I was up in there. You know what I'm saying? My dad had tickets. I was courtside. I was rocking with the Knicks. I used to talk smack to Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Dr. J. Dr. J was my favorite player growing up, and then Charles Barkley. I was a Knicks fan, but I loved the Sixers because of Dr. J. Julius Irving. Okay, but Bernard King, Toby Knight, Ray Williams, Michael Ray Richardson, John Starks, Oakley, Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing. Come on, I am ride or die with my Knicks, and this year we got a chance to win it all. Bring on the Nuggets, bring on the Thunder, bring on the Cavaliers, bring on the East. With all the injuries, can't nobody see us. We're going to take down the Cavaliers or the healthy Sixers. And then in the West, let them kill each other off. We'll beat the Thunder, the Nuggets, or the Rockets, or the Timberwolves. And the New York Knicks will bring home a championship that I've been waiting for my whole life. I was too young in 73. I was a baby. I don't know about that. So I haven't seen the Knicks win a championship in my lifetime, baby. My Yankees and Steelers been holding it down. My Tar Heels have been holding it down. Alabama and Michigan college football have been holding it down. But I've not celebrated a title as a sports fan in basketball, and that's what I need. All right? All right, y'all. Let me go. I got to have some dinner and watch the rest of Thursday Night Football. Okay? I love you guys. And all you new people, thank you so much. Do me a favor, leave a comment after I say goodbye. It helps the show grow an algorithm. All you guys, Quintella always does it. Thank you. Oh, gaming night. Okay. Hey, I just appreciate you always coming. Yes, I know, Quintella. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be ready for 2026 with those two. And think about how cheap that is, $32 and $46. And you're getting personal readings just for you. So it's going to be really great. And Anjani and Jazz are like too dynamic. I'm pretty dynamic myself, but these ladies are brilliant. And that's why I'm doing this with them. And I plan on doing more collabs in 2026. I may even do one with Queen Bee, Numeralytics. That's my homegirl. All right, Melinda. So, all right, you guys, be easy. Episode 386. We had a hiccup in the start. Thank you for hanging in there with me. If you go watch the replay, the audio wasn't there. My cell phone messed it up. It took me a while to get back. I had to figure it out, but I made it. I'm here. I love you guys. Steelers will win this weekend. Hopefully the Jets get their first win. And looks like the Giants must be playing some good football, so I got to go watch it. All right. And go follow me on TikTok and IG. TikTok, I'm almost up to 2,000. I'm going to go live on TikTok soon, next week probably. Go support my new channel, Stars and Cards Lounge. All of you guys, please go follow. It's Astrology Meets Tarot. Elena from Searchlight Tarot, she's got like 240,000. We're almost up to 2,000 in our channel, but I'm trying to get my 10,000 and her 240 to come watch us on Stars and Cards Lounge, and we're going to go live there soon too. But it's a lot of fun over there. With all the craziness going on, we're trying to really bring you some fun on that channel with a lot of knowledge too. Okay, with a lot of knowledge. I just broke down the fifth house in astrology. That video is coming out tomorrow, so go watch that. All right, Stars and Cards Lounge. All right. I love you guys. Oh, go watch the new podcast. I put it up on my playlist. I was with Anjani and also Lady Menza, 3 melanated astrologers, with Felix on Omni Awakened Evolution. You can go click the link on my post, community post, but it's a great interview and you get to see me on another podcast and check it out. I think you really like it. It was really good. He interviewed 3 astrologers and I helped him put it together. So I know Lady Menza and Anjani and how to get it on and popping. All right. See you guys. Tribe members, I'll see you tomorrow night. Don't miss it. It's going to be crazy. Astro weather tomorrow and Libra birth chart sale. Hit me up, Eric at BigEAstro.com, and sign up for Coffee Talk October 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 65 minutes, only $13 on the website or Cash App, $BigEAstro. And you could always email me, Eric at BigEAstro.com. And if you have questions, don't be afraid. And go to my website and sign up for the newsletter too, BigEAstro.com. Explore the website. I got a lot of services. I don't just do regular birth charts. I do hater charts, love charts, synastry compatibility, career, business. You want to start your business? You want to get a birth chart. You already got a business? You want to get a birth chart. I've worked with a lot of big businesses and helped them out. It's really important. Okay? Bye, you guys. Have a good one. Episode 386, Hammer, put them in a mix. All right? 386, put them in a mix. What is that numerology? That's 11 and 6, 17, 8. Okay. I like that. All right. Abundance, power, karma, Saturn, Libra, Jupiter, Libra, 386, Biggie Astrology. Good night, everybody.